Presence is not about being zen. Presence is about being in the moment. Presence is about focusing on one thing at a time so your mind doesn't feel so cluttered or in an overflow. And you're you're feeling productive and effective instead of reactive. Welcome to Collective Guidance with your host, Charla Goodnight. This is a space where we come together to share wisdom, stories, and insights from thought leaders and everyday humans alike. Here, you'll find conversations on spirituality, health, wellness, parenting, and the human experience, all designed to remind you that you are not alone and that we are all connected. Let's step into the guidance we can only find together. Welcome to Collective Guidance with your host, Charla Goodnight. I am so grateful to have you here. Today, I want to talk to you about staying present in moments of busyness in life, when life gets unusually busy, like during the holiday seasons or really any high demand period. How can you stay present? I know it's so easy to get overwhelmed when the schedule fills up. I do not like it when my schedule fills up, and it can feel very overwhelming, especially when responsibilities multiply and it feels like everyone seems to need something from you. I want to say, hey, everyone is a sovereign being. They can take care of themselves. But reality is, these are life moments that happen. So, how can we stay present, even though you may find your mind jumping ahead to the next task, or your mind is in a loop, replaying frustration from something that happened earlier in the day, or even 2 days before? Your mind is in a loop. How can you get fully present in your moment to where you're no longer thinking about the past and you are fully present? And this episode is here to help you find that and help you find steadiness, clarity. I do not want to add more onto your plate, but I do want to share with you what I do in staying present and how you can shift your mind and move through what's already there happening for you. I love to play games in life to make life more fun and to have tons of joy, and actually just to make tasks that I necessarily don't want to do, especially in times of demand, more fun. And so I want to share with you a couple of games that I like to play. My first game that I want to share with you is the micro pause. The micro pause is great. It will totally get you back into the present moment. It's simple. It takes about 2 seconds, and a micro pause is a brief moment where you mentally stop, check in with yourself. You don't change the activity. You simply become aware of what you are doing. For example, washing dishes. When you go to wash the dishes, before you start washing them, you stop, you look at the sink, and you say, I am here washing dishes. And you focus on just washing dishes. You feel the plate. You don't let your mind wander off somewhere else. You just stay right there with it. Another one that I find has the micropause has really helped me with is the phone. Hello. The phone is one of the biggest, right? We often pick up our phone and subconsciously, and we're on autopilot that when we open it, we go somewhere else than where we really intended to go. Half the time I'm trying to text someone or call someone, but yet I'll look at my email. If I do the micro pause before I pick up my phone, where I say, okay, I'm going to pick up my phone and I'm going to move through this with my phone, then that makes it a lot more intentional. This is all about pausing before you switch a task. You're basically saying, I am here. This is what I'm doing. It will totally interrupt the autopilot and it resets your attention. And that's what you want to do. Get really present. You want to reset your intention. You want to focus on the task at hand. These tiny pauses add up and they keep your brain from spiraling into that non-stop future thinking loop of I have to do this, I have to do that, this needs to be taken care of. The micro pauses really help you just bring it back to the moment that you are in. And that's the thing. Staying present doesn't mean that you're doing less. It means that you're fully giving your attention to whatever you're doing right now. Right now is the moment that you are in. And I noticed that during busy seasons, multitasking becomes really tempting, you know, and when we multitask, it turns our minds into static. It just is, our minds are going everywhere. When we take those micro pauses, we bring in more presence, and presence improves when you choose one task in front of you. The other game that I love to play is I love setting a timer and giving myself 10 to 20 minutes to fully focus on the task in front of me and to commit to it for that moment of 10 to 20 minutes. And then I'll take a 5 to 10-minute break that will allow me to do whatever it is I need to do to reset. And then I'll go back to that 10, 20-minute work session again. And that really helps you stay present in the moment. Another game that I love to do that will not keep you from being on top of it. It will actually make you more on top of it, and it won't slow you down at all. But name the task that you're going to do. I am doing dishes, or I am making this phone call. I am answering this email. When we speak what we are about to do, we get fully present and we are setting the intention. We are becoming fully in the moment by declaring what we are doing. And you want to stay with that until it's complete. And once it's complete, then you can switch to the next task. But don't switch to the next task until you are completely finished with that one. If your mind jumps ahead mentally, bring it back with one thing at a time. If you find that your mind keeps coming up with things, jot that thing down and continue doing what you're doing. It's all about one thing at a time. Everything will get done. This isn't about being Zen. I'm not talking anything about being Zen, right? Presence is not about being Zen. Presence is about being in the moment. Presence is about focusing on one thing at a time so your mind doesn't feel so cluttered or in an overflow. And you're you're feeling productive and effective instead of reactive. When you're reactive, it's hard to get everything done. And the last game I want to share with you is the environment. Your environment can pull you back into the present moment. There are simple cues you already encounter every day, like a stoplight. A stoplight is a, hey, stop, be present. Okay, I get it. I'm present. I'm in this moment. I'm looking around me. When you're doing dishes, hey, I am doing dishes. My car door, I am getting in my car. And really, the grocery checkout line is one of my favorite because I can just have no thoughts and I can look around my surroundings and I can fully give my presence to what is around me. Each time you encounter one of these, let it be a reminder to return to the moment. The game in this one is your environment can bring you back to the moment. Can you recognize your environment? What do you see in your environment? I spy something and whatever you spy, right? But it's about noticing what's around you instead of getting swallowed up by what's ahead of you or by your mental state. When you're present, your mind isn't racing and on the hamster wheel and spiraling out of control. Environmental cues are great and it's such a fun game because they attach to the thing that you are already doing. It is the presence that you are already in. So you're not adding another task on it. You're just attaching your awareness to the one that you're in, the existing one. You can be fully present in the grocery store. And when you do that, you notice the checkout person and you can talk to them. And when you talk to them, that makes them feel good because someone actually noticed them because you are being present. A huge part of staying present during times like this that are super busy is it lowers unrealistic expectations that you may not even realize you're carrying. And when you get really present, you can ask yourself, is this actually doable or am I demanding too much of myself right now? What do I need to take off this list? Often the overwhelm we feel isn't from the task itself, but the pressure we place around it, that it has to be perfect. I remember one time I did 150 cookie jars for the teachers at the kids' school. And the task at hand was not overwhelming because I could do 20 a day, 30 a day, easily enough, and get it banged out with plenty of time. The pressure that I felt was for me trying to make it perfect, and that it has to be something that it, it made up in my mind. But when we get fully present, we realize perfection is not real, and everything becomes effortless, and it gets done super fast because we're fully present in the moment and we're not focused on anything else. We have realistic expectations. Realistic expectations create mental space, and mental space makes presence possible. It makes it way more possible because our mind is not in a loop. So, a realistic rule on things is do the next right thing, not all the things. All the things do not have to be done in that moment. It's just that small step. Like you look at your garage room. For me, this is something that recently happened for me. I looked at my garage room and I said it needs to be organized. The next step after the awareness that it needs to be organized is get a garbage bag because some things are going to be thrown out. Get a box for donation because other things are going to be donated. One cabinet at a time. And so breaking it up into small steps will help you get more present in the moment. Remember, when you're in the moment, positive positive self-talk, right? And I'm not going to say affirmations because this isn't about affirmations. This is about mental wellness and lack of overwhelm. You don't want to be overwhelmed. And your mental talk is everything. So you can say right now is what I'm supposed to be doing. One step at a time. I can only do what I can do. Everything is working out. Like I said, this is not affirmations. They're mental cues on staying present. They pull your attention away from overload and back into the moment, back into clarity. The one that I like the most for me is right now, this is what I'm doing. Right now, this is what I'm doing. And I'm focusing on this. I'm not going to focus on anything else. And I'm going to stay present for it. Pick one that feels natural for you and use it. See how it works for you. If you like it and it's working for you, let me know. I would love to hear about it. I want you to know staying present during busy times isn't about becoming super calm or become a woo woo. It's not about the spiritual. It's about using practical strategies to keep your mind steady when life speeds up. So your mind isn't going absolutely bonkers. So remember the three games that I love, right? Use micro pauses, focus on one thing at a time, and let your environment cue you. Also, keep expectations realistic. And like I said, I love the right now, this is what I'm doing. And telling your mind that so your mind knows we're going to stay focused on this. Look, you don't need to be perfect. Presence isn't about you being perfect. You just need small moments of clarity that help you navigate the day with more ease and less overwhelm. I am in immense gratitude for you being here. I really and truly hope this helped. If it did, I would love to have some feedback. You can leave your comments, like, subscribed, email me, DM me on social media at Collective Guidance Podcast. And I hope this helped. And I wish you nothing but presence, joy, and love in these moments of high demand. Thank you for joining me today on Collective Guidance. I hope you feel lighter, more inspired, and deeply connected to your own path. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Collective Guidance or our website, collectiveguidance.com. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with a friend and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Until next time, may you walk with clarity, courage, joy, and love.